Many of us are or soon will have to care for an elderly loved one, but how can we do so and then balance our lives too? Dr. Marion Summers is here, and she helps make elder care easy this morning with her most recent book we're talking about. It's called Elder Care Made Easier. And I got to tell you, Dr. Marion, you and I were kind of talking. I picked up just a few things in this book that I personally thought people need to start talking about and really need to understand. The first being human connection and how critical that is when you're dealing with an elderly loved one who needs care.
It's very important to keep the lines of communication open and keep everything above board and very honest. The elderly know when things are going on and they're not being told, and it makes them very uncomfortable, especially if they're at the stage in life where they're ready to say goodbye and their family is denying them that right and that privilege and that honor.
And we should say, though, that denying, it's not necessarily on purpose, but I think it's more just not knowing what to do.
People do not understand communication.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wonder about it. Just wearing the color red when you're talking to an older person because it's the last color in the eye spectrum to go, so that I wear red a lot, as you are too,
yeah.
And it's easier for somebody to focus. If the light is shining, have the light shine on the older person so that they're lip reading whether they know it or not.
Okay.
So when the light is on their face, they're able to see the words as well as hear the words. And also, if their glasses are all covered with their oils from their hands, make sure the glasses are clean, the batteries in their hearing aid are fresh. And also, if they're turning the head this way or that way, that means one ear seems to be working better than the other.
Sure.
So if they're going like this, make sure you speak to them on the side that is their better ear.
How did you decide, Dr. Marion, to even write a book about this, to even talk about elderly care and how to make it easier on the caregiver?
I've been a geriatric care manager for over 35 years, and in that time I have found there are certain issues that need to be addressed. Each family seems to be reinventing the wheel. So instead of that, I wrote a book with 10 easy steps, and I wrote them in steps rather than chapters. In most books you have to read it from page 1 to the last page.
Sure.
But in this, the caregiver is so stressed out, they don't have time to read books, especially thick books, so I made it very thin.
Sure.
And I put all my expertise in this. So this way, if they just want to deal with financial issues or safety or communication, all they have to do is go to that chapter first, deal with that particular need, address the need, and then go on to the other chapters. I really want people to be proactive rather than reactive. I'm taking a bus trip all across the country dealing with geriatric issues and the caregiver. And I've got two wonderful people, two wonderful companies that are totally supportive of this, and that's boomertown.com and Retirement Living TV. And both have resources on their websites, as well as drmarion.com has resources on my own website. And as I find new information, I put it on the website. So I'm trying to help the person who is taking care of maybe a spouse or somebody who is a caregiver like you are, taking care of people in their families who are in need.
Yeah, absolutely. Dr. Marion, thank you so very much for being here. It's an
My
excellent
pleasure.
book, and I've only gotten to read 2 chapters. I can't wait to read the rest of it. Thank you so very much, and if you'd like more information, we'll try to get that on our website later today.